This video is the 12th episode of the House Home series, where I'll be transforming this 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in Melbourne. This apartment was purchased about 16 years ago by the family of 2 students who lived in it for a number of years. 15 years on, the 2 sisters have moved out and their parents are moving into it permanently. Follow along as I take you through the design process all the way to a final tour of the space. The apartment has a total internal area of 77 square meters, so it is a decently sized 2-bedder. The entryway opens up onto a small nook, and as you turn left and walk down the short corridor, there's a bathroom on the right and kitchen on the left, which opens onto an open-plan living and dining area. To the right is a short passage that leads to the bedrooms. And if you go back out the living area, there are sliding doors that open onto a decent-sized balcony. Currently, the space is furnished with pieces that the clients describe as haphazardly collected during their student years, a time when they prioritize basic functionality over aesthetic appeal. That is why I've been briefed to do a total redo and transform this space into a sanctuary for the client's parents. Their wish list was as follows: a dining space for up to 5 people, a living area with a sofa and armchair, a queen bed and a makeup area in master bedroom, a separate bedroom for the dad, and finally, a simple and zen balcony space. I also went through a collection of images to define the look and aesthetic. The clients are looking for a space that is chic and luxe. Think of a luxury hotel but still feels homely, and are against any dark or yellow-brown tone furniture. This is a bit different than what I'm used to, but definitely a fun challenge to work on. With any design project, one of the first things we did was look at the floor plan to develop the layout. The open-plan living and dining area was pretty straightforward, as all we needed was to put a constraint on furniture size, specifically the couch. It couldn't be any longer than 2.3 meters, and ideally no less than 2 meters long. The initial plan was to have a rectangular dining table, but we ended up changing it to a round table with a sideboard instead. Opposite is a custom joinery which provides plenty of storage and a spot for TV. In the master bedroom is a queen bed and a slim desk in the corner which is used for makeup. In case you're wondering, the software we use for floor planning is called Rayon, who is the kind sponsor of today's video. Rayon is a new generation of interior design software that allows you to draw floor plans quickly and accurately online. Ever since I worked with them earlier this year, they've been my go-to choice for space planning as they are really easy to use, which means I can spend more time planning and designing rather than navigating through clunky softwares. Rayon makes it really easy to export your plans into professional-looking documents for your clients, so you don't need to mess around with a different software. This makes the workflow really efficient, and you can also share your plans and collaborate with friends or colleagues seamlessly through the comment and annotations feature. On top of that, you can import and export DWG and DXF if you use CAD softwares, which again makes for a much easier workflow. And best of all, anyone can sign up to Rayon for free using the link here and in the description. Thanks to Rayon for sponsoring today's video. Overall, the apartment was pretty dark and felt quite dated with the carpet, flooring, and blinds. The lighting situation didn't help either. That is why before doing any decorating, we laid out some new foundations. The old carpet was replaced with new hybrid vinyl flooring and custom joinery installed on the wall to function as an entertainment unit and storage space. These few changes alone instantly modernized the space. Our choice of paint here was quite unorthodox, as we went for an almost pure white. This is usually frowned upon when painting walls, as pure white is typically reserved for ceilings or architraves. But a big part of choosing paint is context, such as the light and surrounding colors. It's rarely a one-size-fits-all approach. Due to the amount of sunlight and orientation, plus knowing that we'll incorporate finishes like white marble and polished brass, many of the warmer white paint colors would have made the space look dingy and not improve it at all. While vivid white often looks clinical, it didn't feel that way at all in this space. In fact, it actually looks clean and fresh, which is exactly what I was after. The space ended up looking bright, and with the right amount of warm tone light, it looks cozy but not too yellow. Like a lot of apartments, the square and angular layout feels sterile. Plus, the office building across the unit and the sliding window door didn't help in any way. Getting curtains is the easiest way to fix this. So, keeping the wall color in mind, I selected some sheer curtains in a color close to pure white, as well as roller blinds to go behind them, so none of the finishes look too yellow next to each other. Color relationship is something I talked about in depth in chapter 2 of my practical home design course. Homes and interiors are often filled with complex colors and neutrals, not pure blues and greens, so your basic color theory lesson is not enough when trying to pick out furniture and finishes for your home. We spent a lot of time searching for the perfect sofa. They wanted something relatively firm but not too low or too deep, since the client's parents will be the ones living in the space. Out of the 6 options we found, we ended up going with the last one, which was a 3-seater light grade sofa with dark metal legs. I also provided some options for the armchair, but later found out that they had an old armchair from Kmart that they really liked. It ended up going perfectly with the sofa and other finishes. I highly suggest combining affordable pieces with more expensive ones like this, as it is a great way to take your budget even further. For the dining area, we went with a fairly simple round marble dining table with 4 chairs and a curved sideboard with brass detailing. I wanted dining chairs to have somewhat rounded back, so my initial selections reflected that. The clients mentioned that they didn't really want any fabric chairs, as they wanted something easier to maintain, so we pivoted slightly and got chairs in beige leather instead. Once we settled on the key pieces, I mocked up a few options to help us decide on the coffee table. We went for the grey-beige granite option as it had beautiful grains that complemented the rug and couch. I then did a few more iterations to settle on the remaining decor pieces, and it is what we ended up with. Moving into the bedroom, we were faced with a roadblock. We initially ordered a huge extended bed head, which we measured to fit the door and space and hallway. But we didn't take into account the elevator door, not the elevator itself. It wouldn't allow the bed head to go all the way in. Unfortunately, the emergency stairwell also was too tight to navigate around. We had to return it and go with a different bed head, one upholstered in grey fabric to tie in with the sofa and establish a sense of continuity throughout the space. Lesson for living in an apartment unit: measure every single access point and triple check that you've got the right measurements. For a little bit of extra storage in the bedroom, I chose slightly bigger bedside tables with 3 drawers, and also went with wall sconces instead of traditional bedside lamps to free up space. In the corner nook of the bedroom, we got a very slim desk and an LED mirror to transform it into a makeup corner. The overarching theme for styling was understated luxury and cohesiveness. In the living room, we went for a serene artwork above the sofa. To complement this artwork, we put a delicate white flower display on the coffee table next to some books and finished off the couch with a selection of neutral cushions. We did another flower styling on the round marble dining table as a centerpiece to create a sense of continuity between the 2 areas, and curated a selection of vases, books, and lamps on the sideboard behind it. Similar styling was done in the bedroom, featuring neutral artworks, a bedspread that continues the color from the artwork, and a personal touch with a photo on the bedside table. Styling is also something I covered in depth in Chapter 4 of my Practical Home Design course, so check that out if you're interested. With everything completed, it is now time to tour the finished space. What was previously a dark and dingy apartment has been totally transformed into a light, airy, and modern abode perfect for a couple. The round marble dining table comfortably sits 2, but can be used occasionally to squeeze in 5 people. Surrounding it are pale beige leather chairs for a relaxed dining experience. A stylish sideboard with marble top provides continuity, with brass detailing that ties in the whole space, from the lamps to the gold frames that add a sense of glamour. We sourced these frames from IKEA, which, as I've pointed out before, mixing low and high-end pieces is a great way to really elevate a space without breaking the bank. Adjacent to the dining area, the living space flows effortlessly, maintaining the light, airy, and minimalist ambiance. Light wood flooring replaced the old carpet, instantly brightening the room and injecting a much-needed warmth. The sheer curtains allow natural light to flood in, creating an open and spacious feel. I opted for the curtain to lightly touch the floor, which gave it a really nice and elegant flow. We layered them with a roller blind for privacy, as the unit is situated across an office. Outside, the once uninspiring balcony is transformed into a little garden. Currently, these are all fake plants just for show, but the plan is to fill the garden bed with various plants and flowers when the clients moved in. We covered the outside split AC fan with a nice cover that blends in perfectly with the surrounding, much better than having to stare directly at an old fan. Going back inside, we paired the plush neutral sofa with cozy throw pillows for comfort and style. The elegant armchair adds a touch of sophistication, while the granite coffee table serves as a focal point, with its sleek curved surface juxtaposed against straight grains. Opposite is the built-in cabinetry, which provides ample storage without compromising on the room's aesthetics, ensuring the space remains clutter-free. The master bedroom, once a dull and uninspiring space, has been transformed into a tranquil and stylish retreat. The plush, upholstered headboard adds a touch of luxury to the room, with a sleek bedside table in a warm grey beige color and brass detailing that continues a similar detail to the living room and the two wall sconces above it. The makeup corner is simple but functional, with a slim desk from IKEA and a boucle chair for added warmth and texture. We installed an LED mirror with light beaming outwards, which is perfect as a task lighting for applying makeup. It operates with a simple touch and has 3 different light temperature settings. Overall, the newly renovated apartment is modern, elegant, and sophisticated. The nook in the entryway is also filled with custom joinery for entryway essentials and shoes and other belongings. That wraps up the 12th episode of the House to Home series. If you haven't already, check out the past episodes of this series right here. Otherwise, if you're based in Sydney, or if you're a videographer who is based anywhere in the world and would like to work with us and be featured in the series, you can register your interest via the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.